Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kayla. Blah, blah, blah. That's actually the perfect intro to this vlog, and I'm just gonna keep it that way. I have had quite a bit of coffee, which is not good because it's also 11:17 at night. I want to make this vlog to show you all what my life has kind of looked like lately. I mentioned it before, but one of the things that I love so much about YouTube and platforms, just like social media platforms in general, is the fact that people get to share how life actually is. And for me right now, this is how life actually is. It's a lot of chaos. I've mentioned it before, but a lot of things feel like they've changed in my life in very big ways. Like no major events have happened beyond moving. I guess that was pretty big, but almost realizations are happening. It feels like I am in a period of emotional, spiritual, life change right now, I guess. All of it good things. It just feels like all of a sudden I'm coming to terms with a bunch of things very quickly, and they're like good realizations and changes in the long run, but right now actually working through them has been kind of difficult. Part of my life lately has just been an absolute inability to sleep while also being so tired all the time, but also having so many things that I want to do. And I know that I was talking about being burnt out, and I think that this is a little bit still burnout, and I'm trying to navigate burnout and find a way to balance my life as it is right now and prioritize things that are most important to me in a way that can help me still heal my burnout without stopping completely. You know, I still have to earn a living and pay for my rent. The things I'm working towards right now, writing being a big one of them, is that like I want to keep working towards them. So if I'm going to make myself do that, I'm also going to make myself find a balance so that I can still heal my burnout without not doing anything, because I can't do that. It's 11:30. I'm currently editing a vlog. I'm so antsy. I probably should have worked out today and I didn't, and I think that would have helped a lot. Maybe I'll do a midnight workout. But I basically just lived off bread and coffee all day and didn't do anything really. So yeah, I honestly just might not sleep tonight, which I know sounds crazy. But I just want to try and reset my sleeping schedule, which in this case, I think I might just try to go to bed super late and barely sleep, or just not sleep at all, and then try to go to bed at a decent time tomorrow night and just hope that I'm so exhausted that I will go to bed. So yeah, I'm currently editing my June goals video, and then I do have some rereading to do. I have about, I think, 20 pages left to get through the amount of rereading that I wanted to get done today. I'm also gonna go through my closet tonight because it's 11:30 and I am wide awake. And I know, before anyone says anything, I know that the coffee is contributing to this, obviously. However, I would also like to point out that on nights when I haven't had coffee in days and there isn't an ounce of caffeine in my system, I will still be wide awake until 3 o'clock in the morning. So tonight the coffee is to just get me through the entire night with maybe a nap, and then tomorrow try and go to sleep at a decent time. I feel like any healthcare professional would be like, Kayla, that's not the way to do it. But I've tried melatonin, it gives me really weird dreams, and I already have sleep paralysis half the time. I could try actual like sleeping pills, but they scare me. So I'm just gonna try and reset it the good old-fashioned way, which is staying up all night. And then we're gonna check back in and kind of see how those weekly goals went, better idea of what works for me. This is all clean clothes that need to be dealt with. I'm sure my hair looks crazy, just pretend it doesn't. I'm going to get rid of some clothes because I just have a lot of clothes that I feel like I've grown out of. I have a lot of clothes that don't really fit me anymore, and I was doing that silly thing that I'm sure a lot of us do, where like I have a lot of clothes that are a little bit too small for me. And then I also have clothes that I wore more when I was in university. And they're still like cute clothes. And in my brain, I'm like, well, maybe at some point they'll fit again. Or maybe like that will be my style again at some point. But for me, that is just like the worst reason to keep clothes, because then it's like keeping these things that the only purpose is that one day maybe I'll use them, and I hate having stuff like that. I have, obviously there are other things, you know, sometimes, I mean, I have a whole lot of books that I'm like, one day I'll read them, but clothes are not one of those things that I want to have. So I need to actually like bite the bullet and just start getting rid of things that don't fit me, regardless of whether or not I think they might fit one day. And just get rid of things that like I don't really love, because I have a lot of clothes right now that I just really don't love. I'm gonna start with a little goal, and my goal is to get rid of at least 10 items, which should be easy because I can already think off the top of my head like 5 things that I want to get rid of. As I go through this clean laundry that needs to be put away, I'm gonna get rid of things that I don't need and that are not serving my happiness. Okay, well, I think I did all right, because this is the pile of stuff that I am getting rid of. I'm either gonna try and sell it. Some stuff I'll try and sell, some stuff is just not worth it. And then the rest I'm gonna let my friends go through, and then I'm just gonna donate it. But I counted, and there's 60 things in this pile, so I know the goal was 10. Obviously, I surpassed that goal. I also have a lot more clothes than I thought I did. I used to purge all the time. Like I mean, you guys know, I used to literally do like a minimalism challenge, and I had a bit of a phase where I kind of went through some minimalism, and then I almost swung back the other way towards the like maximalism side. But I mentioned in a previous vlog, it's just like really hard to have a lot of stuff in such a small space. Also, have that space be like your office, because I work from home. So like I already barely have a designated living space. It's more so the bedroom and then my desk area with a random couch out here. And that's really all I have room for, barely even that. Having a bunch of extra stuff is just not really, it makes the environment harder to live in as opposed to easier. So I definitely feel like I need to get rid of some more things tomorrow and do a little bit more decluttering. It's shortly after 3 a.m. I am going to wash my face, take off all my makeup, and then I think I'm gonna sit and meditate and finish my tea, and then I'm going to go to bed. Hopefully, I'm feeling tired, so I think that I can at least fall asleep. I think I'm gonna try and sleep between 4 and 5 hours, which I know is a super small amount. I don't want to sleep any longer because, like I mentioned, I want to get back on like a more regular functional sleep schedule. So yeah, I'm gonna meditate, set some intentions, and then I'm gonna try and get to bed so that I can sleep for at least like 4 hours. And then I just have to make it through tomorrow and hopefully go to bed at a decent time. Hello, good morning. It's now Monday morning. I slept too much. I slept for 6 hours, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's enough for me that's like basically a full night's sleep for me. I was hoping to sleep between 4 and 5 hours, because then it's like, just to be fair, 6 hours is like the lower end of a good night of sleep for me. So I'm not sure if I got a big enough lack of sleep in order to sleep tonight, but I am gonna try valerian, I think is what it's called, which I just saw the other day when I was at the pharmacy. It's like I think it's an herb, like a root. But apparently it's supposed to help with falling asleep and also quality of sleep. So I might grab some of that and see if I can get that to help me tonight. But anyways, currently I am having my morning coffee. It's noon. I did a couple hours of work already. I didn't do writing yet, but now I'm going to do some writing because my goal for this week is to get on a new writing schedule and try and develop some good writing habits and some sort of routine. So in order to do that, I was hoping to start my days with writing, which I already didn't do today, but that's okay. I'm gonna add it in now and then hopefully make it a habit moving forward. My goal is to just get the read through of I also want to have a map made, a very general map. So after a couple hours of work and a meeting, I got sucked into editing because I also wanted to get it up on my Patreon page for like early access, because I'm trying to maintain my Patreon page. I've been going back and forth between keeping my Patreon page versus switching over to YouTube and just doing like YouTube Premium and setting up like extra support that way instead of Patreon so that it's all on one platform. But I think I can do more with Patreon. It's now 5 p.m. To be fair, I only got up around 10. So I did edit for like 3 hours probably. And I had a couple hours of work, so then I had to eat something. So I'm gonna go for a walk in the park while I listen to the playlist for Between the Waves. It's very like piratey themed, but also like epic adventure themed. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a walk in the park, soak in some sun, and listen to this music, and then I will come back, do my 5-minute creativity meditation, and then get into some rewriting, which I'll talk about when I get back. Good morning. I'm gonna take some grapefruit ginger energy drink that is carbonated. I did not realize I'm not a fan of carbonated drinks, but this one is. That's fine. Gonna make a nice morning mocktail. Now it's like a mimosa. Happy Tuesday, good morning. Just a little update. I've basically been switching back and forth all day between writing and my job. So I just got to page 100, which doesn't sound very far, but the manuscript that I have printed is only 165 pages because it's single spaced and just a little bit more condensed than a normal book would be. So it's still over 90,000 words, but it is only 165 pages, which is great. So I'm at page 100. I need to read 65 pages before tomorrow, because tomorrow I have a critique partner meeting with Autumn and we are going to kind of check in, and my goal was to have that done by tomorrow. So I've been going back and forth with that, but I still have at least 30 more pages to read tonight to catch up to where I wanted to be in time for tomorrow. I'm just gonna like read as much as I possibly can tonight, hopefully get more than 30 pages done. I've been doing that. I went to boxing, as you saw, and now my friend and I are gonna go and grab a drink and do some writing, or rather reading the manuscript. That is the plan now. I just took out my workout braid and I slept for like 5 hours last night. I'm still feeling good, but I'm hoping, I haven't had caffeine since noon, or like just before noon, so I'm hoping that tonight I actually fall asleep at a decent time. But who knows? The theme of this vlog and of my life lately is that I don't fall asleep ever, so we'll see what happens tonight.
Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly.
So I just finished the read through of Between the Waves. I'm excited. I see, this is why this feeling, I guess, and the process of this has really solidified the choice that I made to shelve Blood of Amberum and work on this one instead and focus all of my energy on Between the Waves, because like as I'm reading this, I can feel the spark. I've talked about it before and I don't know how to like refer to the soul of the story other than saying like the spark or the soul of the story. There's just like, there's always something, one little thing that keeps you going in a story, like something that the entire story is tied to that makes the story come alive. And I could feel that when I was reading this. I'm not gonna lie, because I wanna be honest for other aspiring authors who might be watching my channel. There were like, for 90% of this, I thought it was awful. I thought the entire book was terrible. I was frustrated. I saw all these little plot holes and all these issues and problems with the characters, and just like, I found so many problems and told myself multiple times that it was awful. But the other 10%, I would argue it wasn't even 10%. Let's say like 5% of the story was full of moments that I actually felt the spark of the story and the soul of the book that I'm writing, and I felt connected to the characters, and I could see, even if it was a little bit foggy, I could see where the story stemmed from, the themes that were supposed to exist, and the reason that the story needs to be told. And even that 5% in this first draft is enough to make me want to keep on going. I'm so excited that I finished it, because there were so many times when I was like, this is freaking boring. I hate it. Especially at the beginning. I need to work on pacing in the beginning and the end, because the beginning is too slow as I'm setting things up, and then the end moves too quickly. Which is kind of funny because the end, actually, I really love the ending, but it does move too quickly, so I need to add things, whereas in the beginning, I think I need to whittle things down to more effective storytelling. But I did finish it, and I forgot how I ended it. I knew how I ended it, but I forgot exactly what happened, and as I was reading through, I started to get emotional, and I knew what was gonna happen. I wrote it, but I'm reading through it, and my brain is like, oh my God, no, he didn't. Like, oh, she's gonna do this. Oh no. And like, I wrote it, but those tiny fleeting moments when I can get that involved in the story, that like makes the other 90% or the other 95% of the time so worth it. So all of that to say, I finished the read through with approximately half an hour before I'm supposed to have it done. Like I mentioned in my goals video, which I will link down below so you can check it out. It's like my writing goals for the rest of the year. My critique partner and I have set weekly goals for the month of June. And my goal was to at least have the read through done. It's half an hour until I meet with my critique partner, so I'm really cutting it close, but it is done. And I can see how to fix it, how to fix the plot. As I mentioned, I think I mentioned, right now this read through is not for character stuff, because character stuff is gonna need a lot more work. I know that's one of my weaknesses. Building the plot and making the plot work throughout the story is something that I think I can do fairly well, because that part makes sense, because it's just like a puzzle. It's like problem solving. When it comes to the characters, I know I need to do more work. So this read through from draft 1 to draft 2 is only focused on plot stuff. I want to fix the story. I want to make sure the story is there. And then it's like I have the journey for the characters to go on, and then I can start figuring out how the characters, like how to fully flesh out the characters. And if during that process I realize that some part of the plot doesn't work with who the characters are supposed to be, then I will change it. But for now, I just want the plot done. And I'm genuinely excited about it. I really like the themes. There is, just in case you're curious and you made it this far in this chaotic vlog, there is the theme of found family. There is a theme of like learning to kind of trust yourself again after you've been through trauma. So that's like a really strong theme that I'm glad is starting to show, even if the characters aren't at the level I want them to be yet. I can see that, and that's what matters. I'm super excited. That's it for this video. I hope that you all enjoyed the absolute mess. I am not looking forward to editing this, but this is real and raw, baby. This is how it goes. Thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to smile, as always. Smile when you can. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.